Good afternoon, Super Metroid fans. That's right. We've got more SpeedGaming Live 2022 Super Metroid Any Percent tournament action. Round 2 of the gold bracket between Oats and Bressingham. My name is the Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to be broadcasting this race to you live right here on twitch.tv/speedgaming4. Our runners have readied up, and I have dropped the gate. This is going to be a phenomenal race between these two titans of technical speedrun acumen. While our runners get situated and while we just kind of get going here on Series Station, I'd like to talk a bit about the runners. I mean, Oats and Goats is the type of Super Metroid speedrunner that needs no introduction, but he will get one regardless. Comes in with a recent PB of a blistering fast 41:34, a mid 41, just barely 40 seconds off of the world record. And in qualifying action, came in with an average of 42:19. That's less than a minute off of his personal best. Now, Bressingham, different route, so this is going to be Kraid first, comes in with a PB of 44:53, so an accomplished runner in his own right, and came in with a qualifying average of 45:56. So you see our runners are damaging down here on Series Station against this canned Ridley fight. And that will then begin making their way off of Series Station. So our runners have to avoid taking any steam damage or getting caught up in those magnet stairs, and hopefully just sticking that D boost off that tile in the tile room. Oats with a little bit of a stumble there in the stairs room, but a nice recovery. Look at those crisp ledge grabs. Look at that, a 45:04. Bress taking a bit of a fall there, finishing with a 41:69. So now that we've blown up another space station, Samus will take her gunship and park it all the way down on the surface of the planet Zebes. And our runners will begin this any percent no major glitches race. They will be picking up only the equipment they need to go through the route as fast as possible. We may see some safeties, some race safeties from either runner, but there is question in chat about routing. Optimally, the fan tune first route with Ridley second, we call that PRKD. That is the most optimal route, and you will see it's got to be the top 15 times by now. The whole top 10 is 41 minutes or faster. That's all fan tune Ridley first. But there are runners who do prefer to run Kraid first, the intended boss order, KPDR. But it's up to, optimally, it's 2 whole minutes slower. You see Oats and Goats weaving through that reverse climb, using that moonfall to uncap his fall speed. Bressingham doing the same thing. They've made it to Criteria. They've made it to the elevator to go down to Retro Brinstar. And down there, they are going to pick up the most important items in the whole game, the morphing ball and that very first missile pack. Without collecting those 2 key items, none of the enemies will spawn in Criteria, and we cannot get this road on, we cannot get this show on the road. So morphing ball pickup triggers the Zebesian security system. That's that eye with that cone of light coming out of it. And they are now going to go down through a room we like to call the construction zone and grab that first missile pack. Oh, Bressingham hasn't gotten bombs yet, so needed to blow away those blocks with a shot, but no big deal. Just going to dust that off. But Oats and Goats with a nice short hop mock ball to exit that first missile pack room. Up through the construction zone, tidily as can be on his way back to the elevator. Bressingham, though, hot on his heels. Oh, these shootable blocks just giving Bress a bit of trouble. But it's very early in the run. We're not even 4 minutes in yet. So now you can see in this old Mother Brain room, it is now teeming with space pirates. And Oats starting the climb. The climb is what separates the neophyte runners from the seasoned veterans. Look at Oats and Goats' execution here. Look at those right side wall climbs. Bravo from Oats. We'll see what Bressingham opts to do. Starting with those wall jumps. Does not transition into ledge grabs. Continuing with right side wall jumps. Also very, very tidy climb from Bressingham. But Oats is through the parlor, utilizing those ledge grabs and wall jumps. And now heading to the very first mini-boss fight. That's going to be Bomb Torizo. You see Oats entering Bomb Torizo with full health, no missiles. Used them all in that pink door. Having full health against Bomb Torizo is going to ensure that BT drops missile refills. So the key to this fight is to avoid the decapitation animation that occurs if you don't deal enough damage to BT. It's about a second faster to avoid that animation. You see Oats opening with some pea shooter shots, getting those drops, leaving some hang in the air so he can deliver those missiles. Look at that fight from Oats and Goats. We'll see if Bressingham can duplicate Oats' success here. Just trying to get those missile drops, trying to grab those missiles. Only got 4, so it is going to take another round of drops. Oh, very smart, letting those things hit the floor and avoiding the decapitation animation, but Oats is already heading into Terminator after that Alcatraz escape. It's 3 wall jumps and a Shoryuken D-pad movement with your thumb, and that is how you do that Alcatraz escape. See if Bressingham can catch up, utilizing. Yep, there it is. First try Alcatraz. You love to see it, but an energy tank in Terminator. For Oats, running Phantoon first. Energy conservation is the name of the game. Ammo management and energy conservation. For Bressingham, it is important, but it's not as such because Bressingham will have Varia suit when he fights Phantoon. He will have speed booster. He'll have all sorts of stuff. So you can see he just damaged through those pirates, but Oats opted to destroy them. So now both our runners are heading down to Green Brinstar to execute the first major sequence break of the game, the early supers mock ball. Oats is through the door, short hop mock ball, under the gates. The game intends for you to have speed booster. But you can see Oats and then followed by Bressingham, no sweat at all. That avoids an entire mini-boss fight that is Spore Spawn. Perhaps you've heard of him. Because I sure haven't. I think he's like a DLC boss or something. But we still have one more minor item to pick up, and Oats is going to be heading that way very shortly. That is the power bombs to open up those orange doors. But before we get to those power bombs and that red tower climb, that's really where the two routes diverge early. We're going to see Bressingham going down at the red tower, but we're going to see Oats and Goats making that treacherous climb up and de-boosting through the hallway. Before we get there, though, we have to make it through Pink Brinstar. And in Pink Brinstar, we're going to pick up another missile pack, as well as the charge beam. Now, because these routes are different, because they do differ in their pickups, Bressingham is going to have 3 times the damage output of Oats and Goats' full beam combination. Because Bressingham is going to be picking up plasma beam. Oats and Goats is going to opt for ice, spacer, wave. It's going to be 1/3 the maximum damage output, but, like we said, PRKD is the more optimal route. So Oats is just looking razor sharp there through the green hill zone, getting that D-boost, opening up that blue gate, crossing new bridge, of course, holding down the dash button. Bressingham, though, into green hill zone. Bressingham's really like maybe a room, 2 rooms behind Oats and Goats, really keeping pace well. Has had a couple of stumbles at the beginning, but is really doing well to catch up. Oh my goodness, look at that. I've heard that trick called the Rippy Skippy, but I like to call it the Ripper Skip. And look at those Hellway D-boosts across there with the shot opening the door. Oh my goodness, Oats is on one right now. Very, very nice. So that Rippy Skippy, Ripper Skipper, Rip Skip, whatever you want to call it, you avoid having to delay your wall jump. You just sneak by that top Ripper after shooting that hero shot to destroy that destroyable block at the top of Red Tower. It's as optimal a Red Tower climb as you can have. So Bressingham did get sort of hung up on that yapping mob, but it's heading into Kraid's warehouse. no problems at all. But Oats and Goats, with Power Bomb selected, is heading up to the surface of Criteria. I should say the surface of Zebes, which is Criteria. My goodness. Department of Redundancy department over here. We'll have to cross the moat. For Bressingham running Kraid first, the moat crossing is trivial because you have Speed Booster, you can Shine Spark. For Oats and Goats, he's going to use one of two strategies. He's going to use a continuous wall jump, or he's going to use horizontal bomb jumps. You see, he kind of took two stumbles into the moat. No sweat at all. Oats is going to dust it off, back it up, try again. So he's a little bit short on that CWJ, that continuous wall jump. So he is going to opt for horizontal bomb jump here. You see that first bomb laid, then two more, boom, straight across, first try, horizontal bomb jump from Oats, on his way with one energy tank and not exactly abundant resources here for Fantoon, because this Fantoon first fight, it is stripped down, it's like a hot rod. It is all about just doing whatever is necessary to go as fast as possible. If that means fighting Fantoon with almost nothing and still doing it fast, so be it. But you blink and you miss it. We already have a Kraid quick kill from Bressingham. Perfectly executed that Varia suit pickup. That's going to be 50% damage reduction as well as protection from the superheated rooms in Norfair, which is Bressingham's next stop. Oats and Goats is not going to be seeing Upper Norfair for quite a while. He's got to get out of the wrecked ship first. Chad asking, if you die, is the run over? No, if you die, you can continue playing because anything could happen to your opponent. And deaths aren't more likely in Fantoon first, but well, you know, they probably are. It really depends on the runner's skill and their comfort level. But yes, Chad pointing out, it's not over until you see the dot done in the race time room. Alright, so Oats squaring off with Fantoon, gets a slow pattern. Fantoon can open with one of three patterns, fast, mid, or slow. This is a slow pattern. But Oats nailing those missiles, setting up that Doppler. Excellent Doppler from Oats. Now on to the second round. It looked like it was a mid. Manipulating Fantoon to fly onto the screen. Oh! So close to a 2-round. Oats came incredibly close to a 2-round there. Fantoon is as damaged as can be without dying. And of course getting trolled with another slow, but that is a tidy 3-round from Oats and Goats as Bressingham makes it down to the business center of Upper Norfair, grabs another tank. So I did see he picked up the Kraid tank. That's a nice race safety. That's going to give Bressingham a minimum of 4 tanks for this run. 3 is the absolute minimum. But overall, really, really solid fight from Oats and Goats. His resources are looking great with 15.55. High jump boots pickup for Bressingham. Gonna let Bress jump even higher. And that one combined with Speed Booster is just, you know, takes your movement to the next level. So Oats and Goats now picking up the so-called left side supers that are in this wrecked ship. That is gonna be it for super missiles for Oats. But Bressingham gonna continue traversing through Upper Norfair. We like to call this part of the run the Upper Norfair cleanup because there are a lot of major items to pick up. We've already seen Bressingham grab the high jump boots and now has to get the speed booster as well as the wave beam. So now Oats with power bomb selected enters the attic. He's going to blow away those key hunters and those atomics. Look at the precision delivery of those missiles and supers. Really nice attic from Oats. And now look at this. Bressingham's going to climb Bubble Mountain. Oh, went for the waiver D boost, didn't quite get it, but he's into the Bat Cave pre-speed booster. Really tidy movement there up that one tile gap as he heads in. And a gap skip too after a quick farm. Man, Bressingham having a really nice run here. Oats with a quick farm after that swiggity swaggity D boost off of that shoot. But now into bowling. The nicest thing about bowling is it gives our runners a chance to decompress a little bit, put any kind of nagging doubts and little, you know, thoughts about tiny mistakes behind them. But Oats will be grabbing the gravity suit first. Exactly, Chad. Swiggity swaggity, give me that gravity suit. Gotta have it. Oh, Chad, I love to do this. What's your favorite suit? Do you like the paint job on the Varia suit or perhaps the gravity suit? Don't say power suit. It's garbage compared to those two. You can only choose one. So now Bressingham into the room called Double Chamber ahead of Wave Beam. Is he going to grab those missiles? Yes, he is. And that is a gravity suit pickup for Oats. Look at that paint job. Just looking oh so fresh, so clean. But now, Oats is only going to be taking a single trip into Norfair. You see, Bressingham is in Upper Norfair right now doing the cleanup. He now has to leave. He has to leave Upper Norfair entirely. Oats is going to go down in Upper Norfair, continue that cleanup, and then head down to Lower Norfair. And when Oats leaves Norfair, he leaves it for good. That is a major difference in these routes. For Bressingham, we're not going to see Norfair for quite some time. So now Bressingham with Speed Booster can utilize a little shortcut to get back to the business center. That is the Frog Speedway. Those speed blocks are destroyable with the Speed Booster, that temporary blue that the Speed Booster grants. And look at this from Oats and Goats, weaving down that red tower after those double Hellway deboosts on the reverse path. Really, really nice. And another Moonfall at the bottom of Red Tower. If you can incorporate those Moonfalls into your routing, you can say there's time to be saved. So now Oats going to be picking up the Spazer Beam, or the Wide Beam for you Metroid Dread fans, or perhaps it's in a couple other titles. You tell me, Chad. But Bressingham going to be executing a trick known as the Alpha Spark here. Oh, but bonked on the door. Just unfortunately did not get that shot off fast enough to open the door. Came super, super close. So we didn't quite have a high five here. We came really close. Oh, Bressingham missing that wall jump there on that tiny, tiny one-tile platform, I guess. But Oats and Goats has blown away the tube. Oh, now this is interesting. This is a race safety, if ever there was one. This is Kraid's second. This is really a heads-up play from Oats and Goats. So the PKRD route is considered the safer of the two, so Oats is going to pick up that Varia suit and defeat Kraid second rather than third. But now Bressingham has power bombs, going to try to stick those deboosts off those booyahs here. Woo! Just looking razor sharp as well. Nice job, Bressingham. And another deboost from Oats heading into Kraid. Look at the setup. You lay the bomb, you just rotate around, and you get optimal position. We're going to see Oats select missiles, fire two missiles, two quick ones, and then deliver some supers to a stun lock Kraid. Perfect execution. All right, so Bressingham now on the surface of Zebus Equitaria. We're going to see the utility of that speed booster. Look at the short... Oh, didn't quite let the platform respawn to run across it, but look at the short charge from Bressingham. Sparks across the moat, and we'll do another spark across the West Ocean to get to the wrecked ship. Great drops there for Oats. Got full supers heading down into Norfair, but looking for some missiles. Only has one missile. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, though. So Bressingham now into the wreck ship, gonna do battle with Fantoon, and yes, this is the part of the safety part. This is the safety part of PKRD for races. You have the option of picking up the Janitor's Closet E-Tank in Kraid's warehouse, and Oats has opted to do that. So you enter into Upper Norfair with full energy guaranteed. And that is a really heads-up play to maximize. Oh, look at that speedball from Bressingham to enter Fantoon's lair. Very nice. You know, chat, one of the challenges of commentating this game is just these runners move so fast, it's hard to keep up sometimes. but it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you coming back for more because it's so exciting. Now, another reason, another difference between these routes. Bressingham can utilize the X Factor, the special beam attack, using the Wave Beam. He went to Upper Norfair, he got the Wave Beam, he's got the Charge Beam. With Power Bomb selected, you charge up. Oh, I think he enraged Fantoon. He's going to have to use pseudo screw attacks to avoid taking damage off of those flames. But that special beam attack is going to be vital for Bressingham throughout this race. It's like we're also going to see Oats utilize it, but in a diminished capacity, just given when you actually get the Wave Beam. So right now, you know, Oats does not have Wave Beam, but he's very close to getting it. So now Oats going to grab the Ice Beam, which is an item that Bressingham has not picked up yet. So in KPDR, there's kind of early ice and there's late ice. Bressingham opting to go with the optimal KPDR route, which is the late ice pickup. And it was a really nice Fantoon fight despite that enraged pattern. Really nice from Bressingham. But Oats and Goats just de-boosting, just optimizing his movement through these rooms, maintaining Samus's momentum in space. Really, really nice. 20-minute mark, 20-minute ice time. It's not a major split, but my goodness, it might as well be. Now, because Oats does not have Speed Booster, he does have to make the usual journey through the cathedral area of Upper Norfair. And look at that ice escape, freezing the trippers and just building a longer platform to get a running start, mockballing through the door, poetry in motion, as our good friend Professor School would say. But yes, I agree with Chad. Oats and Goats' resources are looking terrific. Ammo looks sharp. Probably only need to do a 1 or 2 farm in the Bat Cave. Look at this setup from Bressingham. Look at the temporary blue. Oh, came pixels away from defeating that Key Hunter with that temporary blue. That was still a really nice attic from Bressingham. So now Oats and Goats, what a D-boost off of that waiver to summit Bubble Mountain into the Bat Cave. Goes with a single farm, 10 and 6, heading into Speed Booster. I'm curious if he's going to farm on the way out. I doubt it, though. So now Bressingham with the Bowling Spark. Oh my goodness, Bressingham is pulling out all the stops here. My goodness. Well, when you stack up against Oats in the first round, I mean, you gotta bar the door, you gotta bring the kitchen sink. And Bressingham has answered the bell, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so just a little temporary blue, a double farm for Oats, 15 and 8 with the Scree D-boost in the Batcave. Chat, is there anything that this Oats guy can't do? Been running this game for a long time and just accumulated so much skill, raising the bar, multiple contention for world record, multiple months and months and months of holding world record. Wonderful to see. Wonderful to see Oats' return to form and participation in this tournament. I'd like to remind you, Chad, now's a good time. Since we're kind of weaving our way through Zebes here. No boss fights yet. But there are 2 brackets in this Super Metroid Any Percent tournament as part of SGLive 2022. You are watching round 2 of the gold bracket. But there's also a silver bracket. That one is for bragging rights. But in the gold bracket, we have the richest prize pool in Super Metroid tournament history. Over $12,000 at stake. Can you believe it? Thanks to many generous donors. So that gold bracket really is gold. That's not fool's gold. That ain't gold plated. That is 24 karat magic, if you ask me. So now Oats and Goats. I'm going to change gears here a little bit, Chad. Oats and Goats setting up for the Lava Spark. You see the Power Bomb pickup. You see the short charge. Drops the Shine Spark. Nails the D-boost. Excellent execution from Oats. That is a picture-perfect Lava Spark. And right into the Lower Norfair elevator to deactivate Ice and Spacer. Leaves that Wave Beam. We're going to see some X-Factor action from Oats. Meanwhile, Bressingham has made it to Meridia, which is going to be the last stop on Oats' journey through this PKRD route. But for Bressingham, it's the third stop. Making short work of the fish tank. Main Street's already distant memory. Now into Mount Everest. Going to summit Mount Everest with a diagonal spark. Meanwhile, Oats had a spark of his own. Fast pillars executed right into worst room in the game. Watch this carefully, chat. Drops the power bomb. Utilizes the enemy's iframes to not take any damage mid wall jump, and a graceful arc over that last pirate. Perfectly executed from Oats. That was first class movement. My goodness, chat. But Bressingham going to be set. Oh, didn't quite get that short charge. Oats journeying through the amphitheater, trying to nail those wall jumps on those tiny ledges. But Bressingham, with Powerbomb selected, is going to be utilizing an X-Factor, a special one, called the Decalled X-Factor or the D-Factor. Oh, but didn't land one of the particles. If you don't land all 4 particles of your X-Factor, you cannot shoot until that particle leaves the screen. So unfortunately, Bressingham missing out on the 1-round Botwoon. But trying to make up for it by nailing those supers. Also, where are my manners? We had a healthy raid from SpeedGaming. Welcome in, raiders from SpeedGaming, the flagship station. We're glad you're joining us here on SpeedGaming 4. This is second round gold bracket Super Metroid any percent tournament action between Oats and Bressingham, part of the SpeedGaming Live 2022 event. Yeah, Oats with just flying through that Metal Pirates room. What can be said? How many superlatives do I have in my repertoire to describe Oats' movement? My goodness. But Bressingham is really impressed too. Look at him setting up for full halfie here. You know, it's not that only the top runners can do the fastest, most difficult strats anymore. The skill gap has lessened, and the both the skill floor and the skill ceiling have gotten farther away from each other. Now look at this from Oats and goes X-Factors on Ridley. Love to see it. It does require you to take damage by hitting Ridley's body, but you can do tremendous damage to Ridley. Oats, I think, gonna go for, that had to be 3 X-Factors. So now Oats with 9 supers in the tank. That was full supers before shooting the Ghidorah. He's gonna save those for the second color change when Ridley really enrages himself. Meanwhile, Bressingham fighting Dragon, opening with a modification of the D-Factor. X-Factor, Shine Spark, 1-2 combination against this Queen of Shrimps. And that is, what a fight from Bressingham. Already done with Dragon trying to get that spike suit. Oh my goodness, thank you chat. 4x X-Factor, I try saying that 10 times fast. 4 times the X-Factors. Space jump pickup for Bressingham. Oats has already dumped all those supers into Ridley, an absolute fusillade, and that will be a wrap for Ridley. The Space Pelican is down, the Queen of Shrimps is down. Incredible. Incredible stuff from these runners. So Oats not opting to pick up the Ridley tank, so I wonder if he will get the Botwoon tank or just going to say the heck with it and just stick with the 3 tanks. I am curious to see. But Oats is now on the lower Norfair escape. This is a pretty clenchy part of this run. Doesn't quite have the resources or the firepower that Bressingham will have when he makes it to lower Norfair. And Bressingham is about to augment that firepower in a big way, journeying over the way to Plaza Beam, which is the reward for defeating Dragon. I figured between Cray Tank and Ridley Tank, you want to grab Cray Tank because it benefits you more when you head down to lower Norfair. It helps you out a lot more. Look at this movement from Bressingham. Didn't think he was going to go for the Plasma Spark, but instead using those pseudo screw attacks and just really, really precise wall jumping. But you want to talk about precise movement. Look at Oats and Goats dodging these key hunters. Did have to put the brakes on for that last one because it was not cooperating. But now carrying a pseudo screw through the door, I should say carrying a charge through the door so he could pseudo screw to just go right through those boulders. So the only danger in Oats' way is, of course, these three Musketeer Key Hunters. Look at the movement. Look at the manipulation. Flawless exit from Oats. So now Bressingham making his way to the shoot, as we like to call it now, as of today. Maybe last week, but no, that is no longer the tube formerly the chute formerly known as the toilet is now the chute because it's guarded by chutes. Bressingham with a very optimal Ever room. Oh, just got hung up on that block just a tiny bit, but had the space jump, carried it through. So now Oats with a quick farm here outside of the Frog Speedway. So I think at the upper Norfair elevator, I think we are going to have a bit of a high five here. Or heck, depending. We will have it in Business Center, folks. Oh my goodness, look at this. One elevator goes down, one elevator goes up. Bressingham's coming, Oats is going. So now Bressingham will be picking up ice, completing his full beam combination ahead of lower Norfair. But now Oats, having already destroyed that Meridia tube, is now into Meridia. And Meridia will be the last stop for Oats. So with Space Jump and with Plasma Beam, Bressingham is going to have a way comfier lower Norfair. But it's still pretty treacherous, even with 4 tanks. But his Ridley fight is going to be potentially as fast because it's only going to take 20 shots. And for those of you that love ratios, for every 3 supers that Bressingham lands on Ridley, that's 2 full beam combination shots with that Plasma Ice Wave charge. So now Oats, with Power Bomb selected, will be X-Factoring Botwoon. And look at this, another D-Factor. You love to see it. D-Called himself was in action against Professor School. That was as optimal a Botwoon fight you will ever see in your lifetime. Perfect pattern, perfect execution. And look at this. Yahtzee! That's it. Pack it up. We got the Yahtzee. So Oats unfortunately blew that Shine Spark. He's going to have to go through Coliseum a little bit slower. But Bressingham into lower Norfair, fully strapped with all sorts of ammo and beam combination. We are going to see a similar strategy from Oats against Dragon here. Chad asking, why is it called Yahtzee? Because one day I just screamed Yahtzee after somebody got it. And you know what? It just kind of stuck. Shoutouts to Eddie, tournament organizer and commentator extraordinaire, for indulging in my memory. So, 1-2 punch here from Oats. X Factor into a short charge Shine Spark. Look at that. Dragon's Belly is already red. Oats is 1 spark away from ending this fight. Oh, 2 in blue, as we like to call it. My goodness gracious. Trying to convert to that spike suit, though. Not quite getting the frame he wants. Saves the blue suit, though. So with gravity suit off, Oats is going to do another gravity jump. If he hits the dash button, he will trigger that Shine Spark and lose it. So, got the blue suit. Got a Shine Spark stored for that reverse full halfie. Meanwhile, Bressingham looking for that Kago through that spike platform and getting it, heading into Metal Pirates. Look at that. Perfect execution from Oats. So obviously no Plasma Beam pickup for Oats. His beam combination is secured. and just flying through these rooms in reverse order here. But Bressingham flying on his own using that space jump. And Flowerhouse, exactly, chat. So chat, you need to jump in the booth. Pick up the stuff that I missed, my goodness. But Bressingham locked in Mortal Kombat here with Ridley, but with that powerful full beam combination, making quick work of Ridley. You can already see the first color change. So you see Bressingham taking to the skies, not going with the pogo manipulation. Really nice fight from Bressingham. Very tidy. But Oats is already back to the red tower, using that backdoor through Mount Everest in Meridia, and already making it to the surface of Criteria. On his way to G4 to do battle with the Metroids and Mother Brain. This is a really stellar pace from Oats here. Considering all the race safeties he's taken, just to increase the probability of success. I mean, he already was pretty high. Oats, I think, finished in the top 3, I want to say. Top 3 or 4 for qualification. Just put up incredible times. Look at that! Just busts down that wall with that speedball. Phenomenal movement. All right, so he was second. So when I said he finished in the top 4, second's a part of that, chat. Work with me here, all right? Just work with me a little bit. Thank you. So now into G4. 35:28. Incredible time. Incredible time. Bressingham, though, on a nice pace himself. All 4 G4 bosses are defeated. He is just finishing up this lower Norfair escape. Very, very safe exit here from Bressingham, opting to shoot the first 2 key hunters and just zipping right by the third one. That's a heads-up play from Bressingham. It's a little slower, but guaranteed success. Oh, and gets that little gets that little bonk off of that viola to just continue on to the door to Bubble Mountain. That was awesome from Bressingham. So Oats going into Tourian here with 14-3 really needs to get some good super drops here. We hate to see runs screwed over by Metroid drops. That's why it's always important to leave the 4th Metroid room. Leave at least 1 Metroid alive. Bupkis on the first 2, gonna group the next 3. Oof, juicy 5 supers off that grouped Metroids in Metroid Room 1. Now on to Metroid Room 2. 2 more, looking really good here. Definitely good drops. Bressingham trying to catch up, trying to get to Tourian. Gonna be heading through Meridia, back up through the fish tank and Mount Everest. Last grouping for Oats, full resources entering Baby Skip. Look at that, chat. So now Oats will be attempting to do the Baby Skip. It takes some precise movement, as well as clearing away kind of these mossy sprites that you'll see by the exit of this room. Gonna get a running start, a big jump, and then into the jump rope jump pattern. Looking good. Just one more. He's got it, chat. Very nice from Oats. So to survive Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam, you have to have a minimum of 301 energy, but with 4 tanks, Oats is sitting pretty. Great ammunition, 20 with the Moonfall. Oh my gosh. Incredible stuff. And now gonna down back Zeb Skip. You blink and you miss it. You take damage, you shoot down, you down back onto the frozen Rinka. You use your iframes to glitch through. that Zebetite, it doesn't spawn the rest of them. Look at that. Phenomenal, phenomenal stuff from Oats and Goats. But Bressingham into G4. It's about 3 minutes behind. That's incredible to keep pace with Oats like this. Oh my gosh, chat, I am remiss. Did I miss Bressingham utilizing that space boost through the parlor? That is my favorite strategy in the whole wide world. Chat, it is best of one, but there is a bottom bracket. It's a double elimination tournament. So it does look for like Oats will be victorious today, but Bressingham is not out of the tournament. He will be moving down to the bottom bracket with a chance to journey all the way to the grand finals. So Mother Brain definitely coming out pretty aggressive here with the onion rings, the bombs, the fries. Just looking for that first catch-up beam to appear. That's going to signal to Oats that he only has a few more shots to land. Meanwhile, Bressingham into Tourian going to be going through these Metroid rooms, trying to group those Metroids and defeat them as efficiently as possible. So that is catch-up beam for Oats. Look at Bressingham on a blistering pace here in Metroid Room 1. Alright, so Oats damage is down to about 3 energy tanks, a little bit more. And taking that rainbow beam on the chin. Meanwhile, Bressingham with full resources as well heading into Baby Skip. So Oats is going to be rescued by the Baby Metroid here. It's going to remove Mother Brain 2's Hyper Beam. Look at the bomb spread from Bressingham, my goodness. A little good luck charm here as he attempts the Baby Skip. Got a great jump there. He's got the jump rope, clearing away the moss. One more jump, chat. Yes! Bressingham executes a perfect Baby Skip. I agree, chat. That was a textbook Baby Skip from Bressingham. I ain't talking about the PDF copy that you stole. I'm talking hardcover, leather-bound textbook maneuver from Bressingham. And there goes the Baby Metroid, but grants Samus the Hyper Beam. You're going to see Oats take some pretty decent jumps here and just get into a beautiful shooting rhythm to land those 36 Hyper Beam shots. Oh no! No! Say it ain't so, chat. This is so unfair. Oh, Bressingham without enough ammo to defeat Mother Brain 1. No! No! No way! Sniped by a turret. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Give your GGs in chat to Bressingham. That was well run. That unfortunately just came a little bit apart at the seams there down the stretch. Bressingham, mad respect. Put up a hell of a time. Was on excellent pace. But Oats and Goats is on the escape here, sparking through that shortcut into the Leodoc's room. Blowing away the pirates, we're going to look for one more moonfall here. Oats nails that moonfall, blowing away those pirates, just needs to spark up the climb. Excellent Behemoth Spark from Oats as he enters the parlor. Oats is into the parlor. There's nothing between Oats and victory but one door transition and a whole lot of steam. Oats into the landing site, and he takes a giant leap onto the ship and finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 43:38. GG's to Oats. And GG's to Bressingham as well. That is, we get an official forfeit from Bressingham. Well, Chad, that was incredibly exciting. Had a lot of drama, some ups and downs and all arounds. But I sure hope you enjoyed watching it. We'll see if these runners will be joining us for an interview. And while we wait for them to join, if they so choose, I'd like to direct your attention to the official schedule for the Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament. Both silver and gold brackets as part of SGLive 2022. There is an absolute slew of exciting races coming our way. Not only today, but into the rest of the week. It should be a great one. All right, looks like both Bressingham and Oats will be joining us for an interview. All right, we are joined by today's victor, Oats, moving on to round 3. And today's runner-up, Bressingham. Oh, that was a heartbreaking end to an otherwise incredible run. But GG's to you both. Thank you so much for a spellbinding race.
Yeah, it went a little bit shaky there, but I wanted to try to play it a little bit safer, even though it almost was biting me in the back. But yeah, it overall went okay. And I know Bressing had some issues at the end there with the ammo, I believe. So that's something very unfortunate.
Yeah, GG. That was a good run for me mostly. Other than Fantoon and Rage, I think I got flame lamed a little bit, and I didn't react to that. That was probably the worst thing, but otherwise solid run for me. So I'm really happy with how this went. Even with at the end there.
Yeah, and you were probably not too far off on your PB there. It seemed like you were playing well. If you didn't have the enrage and the ending went a little cleaner for you, that was actually a pretty solid time. So
yeah, thanks.
Well, thanks for commentating hockey.
Of course, Oats. It's always my pleasure to commentate anything Super Metroid, and you gave us a heck of a race. Love the race safeties. Love the PKRD route that you took, Oats. I thought that was a really heads-up move. Bress, like I said, just heartbreaking to watch because I thought that was a really, really well-done run. But yeah, I mean, you're both staying in the tournament. It is double elimination. Oats, you're moving on to round 3. Got that first round bye. Got through round 2. Who knows who you're going to be facing? Bressingham, still alive, though. What are your thoughts moving forward in this tournament?
I'm not sure who my potential opponents are, but I'm excited to still be in it. So, I love this tournament, so I'm happy to keep playing.
Yeah, it's definitely nice, the double elimination that is set up here, and the later brackets with the best out of 3, which is very good. This game is kind of volatile, especially at a higher level. So yeah, it is quite nice to have it set up in this fashion. And yeah, we will see who we're playing here. Looking at the bracket, it looks like everyone's getting through their matches quite well. It looks like, yeah, so for me it's Rhea Gallon, and then yeah, and then I believe Bressing. Who is Bressing facing here?
I believe it's Simo.
Simo, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Formidable runners, all of them. We saw Gallon earlier today in action, who was very, very well raced against Space Jump.
Yeah, well, GG's, and good luck to everyone in their future matches. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this tournament continues to be good. Thanks, Hockey.
Appreciate it very much, Oats, and like you said, best of luck to you and the rest of the runners. Bress, you got any final words?
Nah, thanks for the commentary, Hockey. I'll be sure to watch this back. And good luck, Oats, in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks.
I appreciate that very much, Bressingham. It's always a pleasure to commentate anything Super Metroid related, as I said. But that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming 4. Make sure you look at that schedule. And you know what? If you like what you've seen here today, throw these runners a follow if you haven't already. Both are always on Twitch, always streaming Super Metroid. Lots of fun. And if you ever think about running Super Metroid as a speed game, you should join the Super Metroid community. Very welcoming, very, very supportive. And that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming 4. I have been the Hockey Towner with SGLive 2022 Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament Action. And on behalf of everybody at SG, that all the moving parts that make it possible for these restreams, and the tournament organizers of the Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament, I'm wishing you all a pleasant evening and a better tomorrow.